Welcome everyone to Geek in the Warp. I am your host Geek on Wheels, and on this channel I hope to bring you content about Warhammer 40,000, an IP I have spent a lot of time with. For these first few videos I wanted to give you an overview of what this universe is about, not in a long extensive lore videos, but in a shorter form. The Warhammer 40,000 or 40k universe is massive and is much better explained by other people. This is for those who are new to the hobby or for those who don't really keep up with the lore but want to have a more basic comprehension. In this first video and the ones immediately after, I want to focus on the build-up leading into this universe. The main portion of this series will refer to events that happen in the Horus Heresy Books series, which at the point of writing consists of 64 books and counting. I am not covering every single one of those, since that would be a foolish task, but I will give an overview of key events when the time comes. However, before we talk about those events, we need to go back to the beginning. Warhammer 40,000 is said to take place in our universe, just millennia into the future. Every single one of us is a part of history in this story, but that history has been lost. History is only known from the arrival of one being. This being is commonly known as the Emperor of Mankind. I refer to him as a being rather than a person, since he is much more than just a normal human, and his origin is shrouded in mystery. All we know is that he is immortal, the most powerful psyker the Imperium has ever seen, a psyker being a sort of witch, and in the current lore, a living corpse, but more on that in the future. It is important to note that the Emperor was likely born thousands of years before the birth of Christ, and wouldn't start being active for tens of thousands of years. Before he made himself known, Earth, also known as Terra, was a hellscape. We will go into the history of the planet in the next video, but just know that the Emperor started being active during a time when the people of Terra were divided into clans, and they were ruled by fierce warlords and techno-barbarians. The Emperor began as one of these warlords. It would be Malcador the Sigillite, the man who would become his closest friend and advisor, who convinced him to claim the title of Emperor. The Emperor would be successful in conquering Terra by using three armies. First and foremost were the Thunder Warriors. These were regular humans bioengineered into super soldiers by the Emperor. These were the first versions of what would later become the Space Marine. The second army contained the bodyguards of the Emperor, called the Legio Custodes, later known as the Adeptus Custodes. These are also enhanced super soldiers, but are said to share a portion of the Emperor's genetics. They are therefore much taller, stronger, faster, and tougher than a Thunder Warrior. The last army was an early version of the Imperial Army, which would later become the Astra Militarum. After the unification of Terra, the Emperor would look upon the stars and dream of reconquering the galaxy for all of humanity. For this, he would begin a new project, a project of soldiers stronger, faster, and tougher than the Thunder Warriors could ever be. He would begin the creation of the Adeptus Astartes, better known as the Space Marines. This was a rather short video, but it is also the first video ever on this channel, and I just wanted to kick things off light and simple. Next video, as I said before, I will cover the extensive history of Earth before the Emperor arrives, so you can all have a basic understanding of why Terra was a hellscape. But that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this short video. Leave a like if you did, comment down below if you have any remarks, and make sure to subscribe. That being said, I will see you in the next video.